In this tutorial, what we've got here is we've got a fire with some sticks. Sometimes you get games where you've got a save point that's a fire, and it's nice to know how some of these effects are achieved. So what we're going to do is add some quick flames to this cold fire. If we actually look at this, as you can see, it's quite low poly. Now our fire I want to be low poly as well, so what I'm going to do is add in a mesh, and the mesh we're going to add in is a cylinder. Now I've got a cylinder here, it's got too many faces, so I'm just going to change this down to 8. And what we can do, I don't want the top or bottom, so I'm just going to actually select nothing and then scale it down. So this here is going to be the projection point for our fire. So we've got this, and I'll show you a quick and easy trick. Now this image is downloaded from Pixabay. The link will be in the description. So what we got here is we're going to press the tab key to go into edit mode, go on to line select, and what we can do now is we're going to right click and mark the seam. Now marking the seam means that this is now done into a flat model, and if we go into UV editing, because this has already got topology and has already got a UV map, it saves us creating one ourselves and it makes it easy for us to actually use it. So as you can see, if we go into render mode now, our texture isn't there. That's because we haven't added it yet. So I'm just going to go new texture, base color, and we're going to go image texture, and we're going to open the image texture that we downloaded from Pixabay. Here's one I did for another project. So what we can do is now add in our fire, and as you can see, it's already added our fire. So I'm just going to select this top ring by pressing the Alt key down while in edit mode and scale it down, just to actually give a bit of shape to our fire. And if we go back into layout, just to make it that little bit more simple, press the tab key, and I'm just going to add in a loop cut there, and G and Y just to move it to one side, just to give our fire a bit of a shape, and G and Y. And I think I've got proportional editing there highlighted, so I'll just deselect that, and G and Y just to actually give it a bit of shape like that. And as you can see, we can see the lines on here, so we'll just shade or to smooth this, or is it shade smooth? Yeah, shade smooth. So we've now got our first part of our fire in our scene, but as you can see, if we press the space bar, nothing happens. So we go into the properties here, and like I say, the frames were 599, so I'm just going to change that to 599 there. Change the actual frames to 599, and the starting frame is 1. So if I press the space bar now, just to actually activate our animation, 599 frames and 1. Oops, we need to start from the beginning. And as you can see, it doesn't actually move. And the reason it doesn't move because we've got to actually do cycle and auto refresh. And as you can see, we've now got our fire and a little bit of smoke there. But here's a quick tip. It's quite a good tip. What we've got here, anything that is black or dark in colour will become translucent. So that means bits of the smoke will vanish. If we actually go into the shading, let's go a bit closer so we can see it. And what we can do now is, what we've got here is we've got the colour and we've got the alpha. So if we just go in colour, into alpha, and as you can see quickly and easily, we've now got a clear background and our fire coming up. So Alt and D to duplicate, and we'll scale this down just to give our fire a center, and rotate it on the Z so the flames look slightly different. Maybe move it down into the bed of our fire, and say you wanted a big flame, what you could do is go into edit mode, on the object you select. And if we went into proportional editing, we can G and Z, and you can see your flames grow or shrink. And as you can see, you've got a ring of fire and a ring of fire. But what we can do now is Alt and D and just duplicate, scale in the X and just duplicate it and rotate it on the Z until you've got as many flames as you need. And quite easily we're actually creating, and if you're actually approaching this in a game from the side, as you can see, it becomes a indistinguished fire. Scale in the Z just to make them flames a little bit taller. And in a second I'll show you one that I made earlier with a bit more finesse and working on it. And of course you can always add a particle system. Hope you found this useful. We're just going to actually lead out. I'm going to show you one that I spent a lot more time making. And if you like this tutorial, subscribe to the channel, share, like, and obviously leave a comment. Thanks and bye for now.